Hey ForexMilitia, this is Parsival, and I'm going to go over some of this is a Forex maneuvers for all you combat militant uh, traders out there fighting those market makers and trying to crush the hedge funds and the big banks looking to take their money. All right, here we go. Starting out with Bitcoin. On Bitcoin, we basically last week I actually made a pretty decent say forecast, or I saw a uh, head and shoulders pattern that basically lined up right here, and like I said, this right here is the one shoulder. This right here is the head, and this right here is the shoulder. So left, head, right, shoulder, and then the neckline right there, about right there. Now here's the thing. Now it broke through and it hit this point right here. This is a weekly, I would call a supply demand line, a support resistance line. I'm not going to call it supply demand. It's a this is a support line. So it's a support right now because price action is above, and it's basically bottoming out right there. You can see the wicks right here. Right here. This is right here. So what you have is this right here. Now I'm gonna insert the prediction that I basically made for this video right now. Basically going to go to, so I need to do this and change this to array. Let's shorten that up. Right, so that right there, and then this down to here. So it looks like this will be here and to there, to 97.10. Okay, so basically what I saw was I saw that price action was going to have a target of, I believe, 97.10, and the way how I got that was something that I learned while basically in my years of trading, is that the way to get a target on a head and shoulders is to measure from the top of the head to the shoulder, basically the right shoulder, right there, and then from there just ease it down. Okay, let me just erase that. So this right here comes down to about 97.10. Let me get the target. About 97.10. It was about 97. Yeah, about 90. I can't get it. I probably won't be able to get it right on like I did last time, but right around that area, 97.20, 97.10. And it hasn't reached there as of yet. It's gotten close, but it hasn't really reached there yet. So my next move, now interestingly enough, sometimes what happens with these patterns is that it will retest. So that's something that it didn't basically do. Okay, I had a little problem with my computer, but I'm back now. Okay, so here's what I was talking about. Basically, sometimes you have a retest of the neckline, but that didn't happen this time. That's what I was going into. It just went straight down. It was just a straight fall down to this line here. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. So one thing that I do not know where it's actually going to go now, so I can't make that call. But usually, when it hits some type of support like this, what we should do is look for a bounce off of here, and what we'll be looking for is something to this degree. Let me open this up all the way. What we'd be looking for is something to this degree, a huge rejection or a candle like this here. So we will know that the bigger traders, the banks and whatnot, are actually also trading that. So with that, I went straight to FX Blue with their currency strength meter and they basically have Bitcoin at the bottom on the long-term charts. It's also on the bottom on the medium term. So Bitcoin is basically selling off. All right. As you can see here, right now, since I'm doing this on Labor Day, the market is more dead than anything. There's some currencies moving, but it usually does most of its moving when the U.S. markets are open. Okay, and as you can see, let's go to the long term. Gold is still high. That's off of the move that it basically made. The weekly, the monthly, the weekly, and then you have the Aussie, Euro, CAD, Kiwi, Swissy, Pound, Yen, Dollar. Okay, so these are all, as you can see, are in the plus and these are in the negative. So trades basically going with currency strength on the long term would go gold versus the dollar, gold versus the yen, Aussie versus the dollar, Euro versus the dollar, Aussie versus the yen. So you basically can get that. And as you can see, Bitcoin versus the dollar, which is interesting where I'm at in the US, they're both in the negative, but right now Bitcoin is selling off more than the dollar. Let me go to the medium term. And now, interestingly enough, this is like on the daily 4-hour. Bitcoin against the dollar. If the dollar is stronger, it's in the plus, and Bitcoin is in the negative. So on the daily 4-hour, you can see gold against the dollar is selling off also. Okay, so let's go look at gold right now, since we already looked at Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and pick up gold. And gold right now is just looking like it's interesting. I lost something. Yeah, I did. Let me add this. I had a line in here that was basically showing this is right now I am on the daily, and I put a daily line in here that was at 1925, because on the daily that is providing some support for what is happening. And the other thing, change the color so I know which time frame that this is from, and I use coral. Alright, so right now this is a base right here, right around this area. Now, as we saw over here, gold is selling off against the dollar, and so it would mean that this is going to break through and go and fall. So that's looking like that gold is going to go short. And the target that I would have is 1750 right there. Let me just mark that off right here. This line right here. 1750. So another part of my check is I'll also check sentiment. And as you can see right here on FX Blue, gold, the retail traders are 63% long while only 36 are short. This is a contrarian indicator, so we should go short. So that's on here. Another site that I check is FXSSI, and over here it is also saying, now this is taking an average of a few sites: Oanda, Saxo, FX Blue, IGG, FXSSI, which is this Dukas, and FX Book, and it is giving a sell signal or a short signal because most retail traders are long. Okay, so this means that this is setting up to actually go short as far as what the sentiment is saying. That's the sentiment analysis. A breakout through here, actually I'm gonna give you something that the way how I basically trade this is it'll probably go out a little bit further, and then as you see this here, this this indicator right here will, these blue lines, this is a basically like a support resistance. It's a fractal support and resistance, and a breakout of that would give me my signal that this is going to go short. Now that's not the full part of my strategy. I'm going to basically probably go over that in another video on how I basically work my breakouts, but that's part of it. So with that, let's go on to the next one. Let's check out oil for a second. And oil was in this move going higher, and just on Friday it decided that it wanted to take a little bit of a breather. Now from what I understand, oil is going to continue to basically go higher, but looking at that, I also want to take a look at the CAD. Okay, wow, I did so. I'll mark it off now. We have a little bit of time, right? All right. Okay, so what we have here is I'm gonna show you. I showed you before how I mark this stuff off, but I'm gonna go ahead and mark it off again. I'll take a little bit of time. And I just went to the monthly chart, and I'm going to go ahead and put my horizontal lines. The way how I normally do it is I move this over to a line chart, and then I put my lines. Alright, now we're going down to the daily time frame to do the analysis. Alright, so what we see here, like I said, on oil is that the loonie is it found some support right here, and it possibly, there's two ways that it can actually go. It can continue down looking to hit this support, or it can reverse and go up to here and here. This is probably weaker than this. As you can see, this thing cores around here, and this line is represented by bounces off of here. Let's take that off. And around here, these here. So, all right. Okay, so that's basically that. There's actually another line up here that's on the monthly. I'm going to put that in there for later. Right up around here, 140, 145.50 or so. And I think that's going to be on the monthly, so I'm going to change that to the color of the monthly. And that's good. Okay. I moved it just a little bit, that's funny. Okay. And let's move on to some of the others that I'm looking at. Just one more. I don't want to make this video too long. So that's the CAD, that's the loonie. Let's do the dollar, the euro. Let's do the euro. Right now the euro is at a daily support. So that right there, getting some sentiment on that. Sentiment is giving this and saying that this should actually go long. The sentiment is long, so most traders are short. So we know, the way how I analyze it is, and we know 90% of retail traders lose. So most likely the people looking to basically take the retail traders' money are going to go long. So this is a small respite right here at this point, and most likely going to go long. I have my indicators saying that it's going to continue to go down, but very easily, and as you've traded before, this can actually go long. So I'm going to say that this most likely will bounce off of here and go long. Now, it could go short, couldn't it? It could still go short, right? Because the markets are, they're unforeseeable. This is a target that I'm looking for. This is 114. That's a long ways away from it. A long ways away from there. But that's where support is basically at on the weekly time frame. So that would be the spot that I would basically take that to. Let's do one more. One that I was definitely, I already have a position on, and this one here, the Aussie Kiwi, as you can see by this indicator right here, it's calling it to go short. Let's just take a look and see. Okay, it's not on here. What it is it's on. Well, let's look here. As currency strength is saying, the Aussie is strong, and the Kiwi is also strong. That's on the medium term. On the longer term, the Aussie is stronger than the Kiwi, right? So on this one, and on the longer and on the medium term, the Aussie is stronger than the Kiwi on both of these. So where's the other one? Okay, on FX book, let's just go back and see what it says for the Aussie Kiwi, which is right here. And the Aussie Kiwi is short 69% and long 31%. So this one is saying that we should, contrarian view, should take the Aussie long. And by the currency strength, it is actually confirming that we should actually take this long. We have some price action that's actually coming through also, that is also saying that we should take this long, right? You see, this is bouncing off of, it's almost bouncing off the, this is the 50 right here. It's almost bouncing off the 50, and it looks like it's going to go long this way. So as far as currency strength and one sentiment indicator from FX book, it's saying that we should take this going long. I don't believe it's over here. I want to see if it's on FX book. Yeah, it's not. Yes, it is. There it is. Okay. So on FX book, it's actually saying the same thing, that this is short, this is long, and over that 60%, right? If this was over 60%, then it would be, we would go contrarian and take it short, but this is over 60%, and it's saying that we should take this long because most retail traders are short. So I'm going to go with sentiment on that and say that we're going to take this long. And with some of this price action, it looks like it's basically about to do that. So with that, I will say knowledge is power. Be power hungry and power to the people. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Please do that. And one other thing that I don't really say very often is the closest thing to the holy grail of trading systems is trading with the smart money. So always look for where the smart money is going, guys. All right, with that, I will see you in the next video.